Very good morning, all. Today we are going to start our second module and unit number 1, developing vocabulary. We all know that grammar is most important part of the part of any language. Grammar serves as the structure of every language. We started to learn English language by using rules of the language, that means by using grammar. But at the same time, vocabulary is also needed for making infinite sentences. When we learn grammar, we learn the structure of that language, but to apply that structure in reality, we need words, convenient words for the proper situation. So I have very nice quote here. Without grammar, very little can be conveyed. Without vocabulary, nothing can be conveyed. So what is vocabulary now? I have given here the correct pronunciation of vocabulary in the bracket. You can see the pronunciation. Vocabulary is a noun, the body of words used in a particular language, a comparison of vocabularies of different languages. You often find that how the vocabularies are combined together. When we study Marathi language, at the same time we study words from English language also. A vocabulary, also known as a word stock or word stock, which is a set of familiar words within the person's language. A vocabulary usually developed with age serves as a useful and fundamental tool for communication and acquiring the knowledge. Let us now move ahead. What will be there in the vocabulary or the types of vocabulary? We normally have scientific vocabulary for the works written for the science. We find in the field of science departments, books, journals, and also the research papers of science. We also find the scientific vocabulary in the scientific fiction written by British, Indian, and other languages. General vocabulary combine the words which are generally used in day-to-day life. It also covers the words which are used in uh, books of the schools, including economics, civics, geography, and uh, history. Technical vocabulary includes the words which are used in the field of technology or it has certain technological terminologies which are quite different than general and scientific vocabulary. Slangs are the informal words which we use in our day-to-day life. They are quite different than scientific, general, and technical vocabulary. These kinds of words are not used in the books, journals, research papers, anywhere. They are the part of informal communication. So let's go towards the classes of words. There are two basic classes of words. Closed words, they are the grammatical words, and open words which has a content which can be called as the content words. So what are the closed words? Closed words are the articles, pronouns, auxiliary verbs, prepositions, conjunctions, interjection, and we will go to the open words. The content words are the noun, verbs, adverbs, adjectives. The list of words is unlimited. Here we know this, that the words are unlimited. We cannot limit them in a particular framework. So how the meaning changes as the context changes. The words in a particular context are used with a specific purpose. Context refers to the situation, or it also refers to the scenario, background behind using a particular word, behind using a particular language. Words spoken in any language have specific meanings and usages. The meaning of the word also depend on the context in which it is used. For example, the word bright in the sentence "he is a bright child" can mean two things: Either it means filled with light or smart. In this context, bright would mean smart as it makes more sense. So here we have two different meanings of the word bright. Bright normally means he may be fair or good looking. But the correct meaning according to the context when it might have been used is the child is smart one. The context always gives us the clues. You can understand any new vocabulary term using only the content around it. By looking at the elements of a passage as unknown vocabulary word reveal its meaning. For this reason, you will never have to memorize every word. You will have to remember how to use context clues. So here we have learned about the context and clues. In reading and listening, a context clue is a form of information such as definitions, synonyms and antonyms, for example, and that appears near a word or phrase and offers direct and indirect suggestions about its meaning. So we will study the different types of context clues in very next period of us. Thank you everyone for joining here.